Now, this, folks, is why we did what we did yesterday. Okay? And this, again, is to set you up for tomorrow. You're going to have to do that. And none of these are going to, they're all 4 terms, but that grouping thing's not going to work because those 2 parentheses in the second row are not the same on any of these. Okay, given that 10, that's a 10 there. 10 is one of the solutions of the equation, 4x to the third minus 25x to the second minus 154x plus 140 equals 0. Find the other 2 solutions. Well, there's 3 answers, and they tell me what one of them is. It's 10. Now, what you do after that is set up that synthetic division L. It's called synthetic division, like you saw yesterday. You know that stuff that seemed really silly? That 10 is placed right here. Now, your dividend. Your dividend you get from the coefficients, but do not put x's. Okay? Don't do that. You have a 4. You have a negative 25 with x to the second. Then x, we have negative 154. And then the next one we have 140. I think that 140, I wrote the wrong number. What we're going to keep, I'll change it when I get to it. Now remember how to do this. You drop the 4. 4 times 10 is 40. Add 15. 15 times 10 is 150. Add, and that's negative 4. Yep, just what I thought. This should not be 140. It should be just 40. Okay, it should have just been 40. I screwed it up. And then negative 4 times 10 is negative 40. That's 0. Now, what do you do at that point? Here's what you do. Ready? Listen. What is the highest x power you had in the original equation? I think you had x to the third. What synthetic division accomplishes is it takes the x from the third power to the second power. So this 4, instead of being x to the third, now it's x to the second. And this 15 would be x, and this negative 4 is a constant. So I want, and then equals 0. So what I want you to do is write that. 4x to the second plus 15x minus 4 equals 0, and then do your GCFT. Got it. It's a tight fit. GCF, negative in front, nope. You got X on everything, nope. 1's a GCF. Most of these will not have a GCF. Then ABC. So we're going to take 4 times negative 4, and that's 16 negative, difference of 15. 1 and 16, I'm pretty sure that's a difference of 15, so we have it. Now, my 15's plus, so we need plus 16. And difference minus. We don't need a dots box because there's only 2 answers I need to find. Okay, A is equal to 4x squared. Okay, again, you get all this crap and you take it from x third to x second, x constant, write it over here, it's GCFT. Okay, so A is 4x squared, so you are going to need 4 parentheses, and you need to place the 4 first. X second is broken down into x, and then minus 1 plus 16. 4 and 1, the GCF's 1, so just drop it. This is 4, so it's 1x plus 4. So F1, F2. Neither one of these is a DOPS because there's no second. Again, I don't even need to worry about DOPS because I'm only finding 2 answers. So 4x minus 1 can equal 0. 1x plus 4 can equal 0. So you add 1. So 4x equals 1 divided by 4. And that's 1/4. Minus 4, I get negative 4. And I don't need to divide, so those are the other answers. They will give you the first one. Okay, next problem. There are 3 answers, because there's 3 answers to all these, because the highest power is always going to be a 3. Okay, and the first answer, given that 9 is one of the solutions of this expression, find the other 2 of the equation, it should say. So 9. So this 9 is my divisor, and then for my dividend, you take x to the third's coefficient of 2, then x to the second, negative 10. Now, what a lot of people will mess up is if it has a minus in front of it, that number has to be a negative here. Okay, if you put positive 10, it's screwed up already. If it's got minus, it needs to be negative. So negative 71, negative 9. Get those minuses as negatives. Drop the 2. 2 times 9 is 18. And then we add. It's 8. 8 times 9 is 72. Then we add. That's 1. 1 times 9 is 9. Then we add. That's 0. So now that 2 had an x to the third, well, now it's down to x to the second. This is x. This is a constant. And this is what we're equal to. So you need to write 2x to the second plus 8x plus 1 equals 0. Okay? And again, 3 terms. So GCF and T. GCF, you have a negative in front? Nope. You got x on everything? Nope. 2, 8, and 1. 1, so out. So 2 times 1 is 2. A times C. It's positive sum of 8. I don't think that's possible. So you don't give up. You go to your quadratic formula. So opposite of B is negative 8. Plus or minus the square root, b squared minus 8, 4, and then A is 2, C is 1. And then 2 and whatever A is. Okay, and away we go. So I've got negative 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Let's calculate that square root. So second square root, double it. And you've got 8 to the second minus 4, 2, 1. Okay, 7.48. All right, and there's no I there, so I can just go ahead and add. You're like, well, sometimes you leave that, don't you? Yeah, if you have to do the I, and there's a domain error, but there wasn't. So negative 8 plus 7.48. Whoops. Divided by 4, negative 0.13. And then negative 8 minus 7.48 divided by 4, negative 3.87. Okay, got them. Next 2. Okay, 3 answers, and they tell you what the first one is, given that negative 4. So negative 4. And you're putting that negative 4 out here. So we have a 1 on the x to the third. We have a positive 6 on the x to the second. You have a positive 5 on the x, and you have a negative 12 as your constant. So drop your 1. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. That's 2. Then 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. That is going to be negative 3. And negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. And that's 0. Okay, remember, what does our 1 do? It goes from x to the third to x second, x, and that's a constant, equals 0. Now transfer that over here. 1x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals 0. Okay, 3 terms. GCF and the T-chart. Again, I'm not making another DOPS box over here like I did on that one, like we have been doing, because I just need 2 answers. I don't need more than 2. I know that the process will end there, okay? It's when there's more than 2 where it might not end. GCF, negative in front, nope. X on everything, nope. 1's a GCF. So A times C, 1 times negative 3. That's 3 negative, difference of 2. 1 and 3, boom. Okay, B is plus, so 3 is plus, and difference would be the opposite. Now, what is our A here? A is 1x squared. So with the 1, we know we just need 2, no more. X second, we're going to go x minus 1 plus 3. That's F1, that's F2. So x minus 1 is 0. X plus 3 is 0. So add 1, I get 1 for my first. Subtract 3, I get negative 3 for my other one. Actually, second and third, that gave you the first one. Okay, next one, same deal, and they tell us 8 is a solution. So I take that 8, that's my divisor. If you don't get 0 at the end, you've got something going on wrong. You're doing it incorrectly. Positive 1 on the x to the third. Negative 2 on the x to the second. And then we look for the x, negative 40, and then the constant. Drop the 1. We'll find the product of 1 and 8. That's 8. Then add that product to the negative 2. That's 6. Product of 6 and 8 is 48. And the product of 8 and 8 is 64. 0. Okay, what happens to our 1? It goes from x third to x second, x, constant, 0. Okay, so I got those 3 terms, 1x squared plus 6x plus 8 equals 0. And that, again, GCFT. Even though there probably won't be a GCF, just keep with that habit. Negative in front, nope. X on everything, nope. 1, 6, and 8. Yeah, GCF's 1. So A times C, 1 times 8. 8 positive, sum of 6, and 1 and 8, nope. 2 and 4, yep, okay. So 6 is plus, so 4 is plus, and it's a sum, so they'll be the same, okay. A is 1x squared, okay. A is 1, just need 2. I don't need a number to lead off, but the x second is x and x, plus 2 plus 4, and I have my F1 and F2. So x plus 2 equals 0, x plus 4 equals 0. So I minus 2, get negative 2. Minus 4, I get negative 4. Okay, now, I don't think I assigned these, but I will do one. Okay, find the algebraic expressions of the other 2 dimensions. So you have x plus 4, and you've got those 2. Okay, so if I know x plus 4 is 1 dimension, I set that dimension equal to 0. Because x third, there's probably 3 answers. So minus 4, and I get negative 4. So that's your first answer. So I got one answer, so I set up the synthetic. Negative 4, sorry. That's what goes here, negative 4. That's a negative 4. And then I have positive 2, positive 17, positive 46, and positive 40. So I drop the 2. I find the product of 2 and negative 4, it's negative 8. Find the sum there, and that's 9. It's negative 36, so that sum is 10. And then negative 40. That's 0. Good, just like I thought. Alright, so I got x to the second, and I've got x, and I've got 10. Okay, so that dimension is equal to 0, and that's how I found what I was going to divide by. And so, 3 terms, GCF and the T-chart. GCF, you're not going to have one. So A times C, 2 times 10 is 20 positive. Sum of 9. 1 and 20, nope. 2 and 10, nope. 3 is a decimal. 4 and 5, yup. And the 9's plus, they have to come out to positive 9, so they'd both be positive. Okay, A here is looking like 2x squared. Okay, so A is not a 1. I'm going to need 4 parentheses, leading off with 2. I know 2 times 2 is not 2, but I will reduce it down. Break the x squared up, though. And plus 4 plus 5. Okay, you can reduce these by 2. That's 1x plus 2. Can't reduce that. That'll stay 2x plus 5. And actually on these geometry kind of problems, you don't need to go further. These are the 2 expressions. So one of these is 1x plus 2, and the other one 2x plus 5. Matches up good with the others. Okay, next problem. Pretend like you're solving it. You're not going to solve it all the way. But okay, x plus 6, I know that's a factor, so that could be equal to 0. That's like your F1, think of it. So negative 6. So my divisor is negative 6. So x third I got 1. X second I got 13. X I got 34. And then negative 48. Drop the 1, find the product of 1 and negative 6. That's negative 6. And then 7. Product of 7 and negative 6 is negative 42. Negative 8. Product of negative 8, negative 6 is 48. That comes to 0. So the 1 goes to x squared plus 7x minus 8 equals 0. And then it's the same song and dance with your GCF and T. GCF, forget it. I haven't had a GCF yet, and I don't think I've ever come across a problem where I have it. Okay. So A, B, C. There actually are some where the x in the middle will be 0, and you can get rid of it, and then you can just isolate the x squared. But as far as GCF, I don't believe that. Okay, so A times C, that's 1 times negative 8. 8 negative, difference of 7. So 1 and 8. 7's, they have to come out to positive 7, though. So positive 8. And difference would have to be negative 1. Okay, A is 1x squared here. Tells me I need just 2. I don't need to lead off because it's just a 1. And x second would be x minus 1 plus 8. And then you just put those 2 expressions right there. And if you had to multiply those 3 expressions out, you would come out to this. Not that you'd want to. But